My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Emberdrain 2. I know I'm supposed to be in the dimensional portal, but I wanted to be here instead. Did it just say that I've already won this combination? I keep skipping past that very quickly at the start. This is Tethys with second Umbra. Yeah, no, I've already done this. No, wait, that's Tethys Soul Guard. Wait. Tethys Primordium. Show me Tethys Primordium. Tethys. I don't... How do I read this? Wait, do... Huh? Wait, so I don't have to win with Stygian Guard, Tethys, and Soul Guard each with Penumbra and Primordium each. I just have to win a Tethys and a Soul Guard run each with Umbra as my second. Which does mean I've done this to Covenant rank 10, but I lost to the Titans, so I still do have the gilding here to do. Okay, cool. Maybe the mod is working and I just keep seeing ones that I have beaten without the Titans, so they are still viable pulls. Anyhow, ignoring all of that, my name's Rhapsody. The name of the game is Emberdrain. Let's play Tethys Titanbone. Oh, Abyssal Prism in a world where the Incant is real? Oh my god, 2 packed morsels in the base deck as well as a Titan Sentry. 2 Crypt Builders as well, oh boy. Abyssal Prism. First time each turn, you target a friendly unit with a spell. Non-move effects also hit all other friendly units on the floor. I do very quickly have to check. Are there good buff spells in this clan combination? Because I think the answer is no. Show me your spells. Debuffs. So it's only ones that hit friendly units. So none of these want to hit friendly units. None of these want to hit friendly units. None of these want to hit friendly units. Got it. Now let's look at Umbra. Prismal Dust. Shroud Spike could be hilarious. Perils of Production would give us a huge amount of Emberdrain, but if I had Spell Chain, I would just be able to use this as a Rage gain. Cannibalize would be hilarious as it kills everyone on our team. Void Binding gives way too much Emberdrain to consistently be used without some additional source of energy outside of it. Grovel gives just way too many rare morsels to hand. Again, Furnace Tap, same Emberdrain situation. Give Trample to an entire floor. Okay, I think there's enough things that it can use in the Umbra clan specifically that we can use this. Conduit. Conduit 2. Damage spells cost -1 on this floor. Specifically because we have Plinks? Yes. Because these are going to have Conduit 2, so they'll do 4 damage to a random enemy twice. And they'll cost 0. Yes, please. Oh my god, and it's these guys as well. This is gonna be so exciting. So it's just duh. Flanked him. Oh, damage and lifesteal for our frontliner? Absolutely. Although I can also just kill the enemy. That's fun too. Let's go health, and then damage at the top. Two blinks, fully takes out the bottom line. Health and damage lifesteal. Probably most useful there. Let's go health. Mm-hmm. utterly remarkable. I also have Echo of the Time Father if I ever need to freeze a spell to keep it in hand. But this is a really good clan combination. Really good hero combination as well. Champion combination, I think is what I meant to say. Mollusk Mage, Conduit 10. Conduit 10, not bad. Conduit 10's a lot for that bottom line. You know what? Gimme. I mean, Heralds of Production, unfortunately, the Abyssal Prism does mean that it's always going to be... Because it's my only... It's the only spell in my deck that targets friendly units, so it will always be played to the entire floor, which is terrifying. Mind Collapse, being able to slay a specific target to gain additional energy is really relevant. But also, there is the world where I take Perils of Production, then I see, like, Spell Chain Holdover, and it becomes the most ridiculous card. Even Holdover double stack? Maybe not double stack. 3 energy a turn is still pretty low. Oh no, wait, but it would be for every unit on the floor. So yeah, literally this only needs Holdover to be absolutely the most busted card. However, in the world where I do get Holdover, I still have to play this as my first card of every single turn, so it prevents me from being able to do ridiculous other things, like Grovel, for instance. Space Prism for additional capacity is really nice in the world where I'm going to be generating as many morsels as I am, and I've got Mollusk Mage. I want to take Space Prism or Mind Collapse. I'm going to take Space Prism, I think. Stygian with Merchant of Steel. Large Stone, Smidge Stone. Are you kidding me? Yes, I will Large Stone and I will Smidge Stone. I will absolutely Large Smidge the Titan Sentry. So take a Siren of the Sea. Let's smidge you large. And then straight up incant gain additional armor. I like that on Siren of the Sea as well. Yeah. Absolutely. Start them on every floor. Give lifesteal to each floor. Yeah, I was about to say, the most worried I am is about what happens if a collector spawns on the second line. Got him with the blink. All good. I mean, a single Rubble Morsel chumps on the bottom line, allowing us to get a Slay as well as full heal on the Shield Steward. I think I'll just take additional energy on the top line. Then additional lifesteal just to refuel you, additional lifesteal just to refuel you, and then shielding to keep you alive. Perfect. Love being able to play and remove a Calcified Ember. All's well, but I'm gonna have to take out that Savage Spearman backline, ideally. That'll do. Yeah, I strongly expected that by the time they got up here, they'd basically just be putty. Grand. Offering token. 1,000 times. I mean, like, for every reason under the sun. I think engine collapse is necessary. I almost feel like I'm served better by taking a mind collapse with some directed target to a damage in the back line. Because I've got energy. Energy is what I got. So remember that. Love is what I got. If I hit Merchant of Steel, I can get another Umbra. Someone to actually eat all of the morsels on a second floor and get an additional benefit would be nice. I generate morsels on my bottom floor by using plinks and stuff like that, and then I use them on another floor. Dualism and Incant are both available here, as well as a Smidge Stone. There's value on board. Show me a good minion. I mean, how much better does it get than the Alloyed Construct? Here's the thing. I think I got a couple of choices here of what I can do. I can Smidge Stone the Siren of the Sea, which makes a much better dupe target in the future to stay on that bottom line. I can Smidge Stone the Alloyed Construct, so I can eat more stuff with you. Dualism on you isn't incredible. Dualism Incant on you is even worse, because I don't want you to have... I don't want to split up my Incant floors. I really like the small Siren of the Sea here. So it's Titan Sentry, protects 2 Sirens of the Sea, protects Tethys bottom line. I need a lot of consistency in my spells if I'm going to be doing that, because Seraph Eternus Chosen of Savagery is going to be absolutely just killing us. Do that. Oh, Dualism the Mollusk Mage. Yes. 10 additional conduit, please. A box of spells, you say? So I can put 3 spells into a box, which, like, it'd probably be, like, Offering Token, Crypt Builder, and Space Prism, and it's just so that every time I play the small gift box, I get those same spells, and those are just good spells. they're not the most busted spells that exist, for sure, but it's a lot of value. It gives us a card draw, enables us to incant twice on the floor, gives us additional capacity. If I end up duping that small gift box in the future, I get additional capacity alongside it, as well as some of the better cards in the deck. Unfortunately, those cards aren't upgraded. Jack the box, put 3 units in there, then just casually summon them one after the other. 1, 2, 3 in deployment. So that'll give me the ability to play up a Shield Steward on a line and then also have all of the other spears and Shield Steward just pop out. Alternatively, large box. Just give me an additional card each turn. You know what? Give me the Forbidden Draw. It's, I'm just Destiny drawing. I'm drawing exactly what I need at exactly the right time. Oh, it's Flesh Weaver. Do I have Strixen Hallow as well? Yeah, I do! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, these masses are going to apply Corruption. Yuck. Oh, that's fun, an Emberforge. Oh, sick. If I plink, I hit you twice. I think jump blocking Spear Steward on the top line is the right move there. I like Crypt Builder just so that I'm much more likely to hit with Blink. Yeah, there we go. Uh-huh. Okay. Offering through Crypt Builder for the bottom line. Frozen Lance clears second. We're definitely going like max Blink bottom line. I want to jump block with a Spear Steward if I can. Morsel. Prison Retrieval gets us a Shield Steward. Yeah. And then I can use Entombra Morsel to block damage as well as chomp on the bottom line. Oh, we just blinked up a bunch of fleshlings. Hell yeah. Also Frostbite the enemy just to get even more. Then as for this bottom line, a Morsel Excavator and Jeweler Morsel should be good. Keep you alive, give you some life steal to keep yourself additionally alive next turn. Then just health, health, and health for the alloyed constructs. That's a bunch of frostbite to everyone on that floor because so many units got to attack. Oh, that went so well. Let's throw Mollusk Mage on the bottom line. I mean, the Feast doesn't really accomplish anything here. You'll lose 2 mass over the next 2 turns, Flesh Weaver, without me interfering, but I could use a Mind Collapse to assist that. Unfortunately, we will lose Tethys at the end of this turn. Oh, no. Not with the Gem Trove. That'll keep it for another turn. Perfect. We even take out the additional fleshling on top line. That'll do it. I can't believe we blinked that many times and missed the Savage Spearman every time. I mean, Frost Piercer is some of the best damage in the game. It's just whether or not. It's whether or not that's a piece of equipment I really want. I mean, it's good in the boss kill phases. It's not great when enemies are going between floors, though. Siren of the Sea would certainly be the one to wield that. Like, I could theoretically field a Siren Song top floor just to try and keep me safe against enemies that get too far. Feels like the worst way to do that, though. Maybe if our Pyre was really powerful or really tanky. Forever Consumed, obviously pretty interesting. Just delete a frontline enemy unit, but it feels like the crit builders are always around to help me do that if I need to. 500 health is going to be a problem. Maybe Forever Consumed does have a place in this. That's a shame. I'm not going to start feeding a Overgorger for a third floor right now, I don't think. I think we have an active low spell floor, and then we have the Gorge construct mass, and then if anything, we also have resource gain on the final floor, but that's not Overgorger. The hiccup here feels like it should probably be capacity. And then draw for the second one, definitely. Merchant of Magic with a Stygian banner next to it. There's certainly some Stygian units I would still include in this deck, but... There's a lot of upgrades that I want to hit on cards as well. The only problem is it doesn't come with money. Merchant of Trinkets, I at least get the Forgotten Boons. Second Merchant of Trinkets, I feel like I have to go to. Although some good equipment for the Alloyed Construct would go a long way. So maybe it is Merchant of Arms in the second area. It's just I want to go to the Merchant of Trinkets. Merchant of Trinkets in the next area because it gives me the opportunity to dupe at the Empyrean Well, where I would get a second Siren of the Sea. Doubles our scaling for that bottom line, gives us additional defensive scaling for that bottom line. Like, it pretty much confirms that we'll have boss killers. Of course, going to a Merchant of Magic and only picking up like a single upgrade on a single card feels really bad right now. Especially if the upgrades don't really cover a set that I care about. So like, Holdover and Spell Chain, both very obvious, easy things for an offering token to take. consume removal. Probably a Packed Morsels, maybe Space Prism. Probably Packed Morsels, if I'm honest. Unless I get -2 cost and consume removal when both of them go on a forever consumed. Permafrost? I don't have any great Permafrost targets in the deck. That'd probably be forever consumed if I had to take it. Double stack. Literally no valid targets. It's most of the upgrades we can get. God, I really need a targeted spell. I haven't just been turning down a bunch of targeted spells, right? It's just that Barrels of Production, I think. I want to get a spell in the next 2 areas, and then use it in this Merchant of Magic, like upgrade it and dupe it so that I have like more consistency for the Abyssal Prism trigger, because that's so many incant triggers we're leaving on the board by not being able to do that. And if I'm doing that, that would argue that I go to the Merchant of Trinkets in the next area, and if I'm going to the Merchant of Trinkets in the next area, I don't want to hit this Merchant of Trinkets that bad. Alright, Merchant of Magic. Heliopyre equal to the spell's X cost. Honestly, like, Forever Consumed could hold that. +10 for Mind Collapse by base also seems pretty good. I think Consume removal for a Packed Morsels actually does make a lot of sense in this deck. I think a single Power Stone on Mind Collapse enables it to be used on other floors. I think a cost reduction for only Forever Consumed is basically the only good target for that. Does 80 damage 1 more time. Or 80 more damage because it doesn't do it in instances. Yeah, I was a little scared of something like this. Eel Gorgon. Incant, gain multi-strike 1. On resolve, remove all status effects. You would really like seeing the amount of incant I plan on giving to the bottom line. Unfortunately, I would also have to focus on giving you additional damage, and then I would probably need to find a weapon to try and remove your resolve negative downside. Like, no. You are money to me in this run, please. So, Handheld Totem now have the ability of Sweep. Pretty relevant, but especially relevant if I can get it quick, so that I can actually take out backline enemy units. Otherwise, I may as well just let the Titan Sentry take it out for me anyway. -2 cost to all damage spells on this floor. Unfortunately, the Crypt Builders are already going to be cast by other things a lot of the time, but most of my spells cost so little that that doesn't even affect them. I'm gonna go Conduit 2 though. I'm gonna try and get more very expensive spells so that I can just flood out that bottom line with damage every turn. I need to be able to reliably draw ridiculous damage spells for that bottom line. And the way to do that is to have a ridiculous amount of ridiculous damage spells. Yeah, thanks for the Helical Crystallis game. You know exactly what I'm looking for. Got him with the blinks. Hey, you don't even get to leave this field. Love it. We've got some Packed Morsels for the next floor. Annoyingly, Blink actually doesn't kill here because I just don't have enough damage from it. Like, it just doesn't cut through them. Even if I killed the front one and then tried it on the Disciple of Ruin, it doesn't get far enough. Oh. Okay. I like lowering incoming damage. I'll freeze these 2 cards as well. Keep a Frost Piercer handy for the boss waves. Okay, now the Blinks are worth the gosh damn. Although realistically, this Frost Piercer should probably just go on the second line. Played Prism Retrieval on the bottom line, literally just as an incant. I have no units in the deck for it to draw. I wouldn't have put that in the deck. It came from the large mystery box. You have to trust me. You literally have to believe me. Good. Crypt Builder sets up this Blink for a double kill. Oh, I'm just fully healing up when I hit them back. Got it. Just wondering what was going on there. Oh, a bunch of spell weakness roll enemy units. That's great. Crypt Builder, then Blink gets a kill for us. Blink and Blink. Oh. Now imagine me playing Grovel on the bottom line and it gives me 12 morsels. As well as 6 damage shield. And 6 incant triggers. The unnamed tome for the boss, please. Urchin Spines. Unnamed tome for the bosses. Also, Strix and Hallow. Void Binding. There's a world where I take that, and then I just wait until I get Permafrost, and then I Permafrost that, and just play it right before the Relentless phase. Or where so many cards in my deck cost so little that I can still just play every card in my deck every turn. Which, like, basically all of the spells... Okay, actually, maybe I can use Void Binding on that bottom line there. I'm going to take it just in case. I'm never going to play it unless I can play it optimally, though. Yeah, this one's the Merchant Trinkets. Plus 2 capacity in the mid-floor. Oh, that's fun. That's enough to get 7 morsels? Sure. Oh, sick. On Celebrate, permanently gain 10 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it would help with their base damage scaling a lot, but maybe it should be Ascetic Penance. Just for additional deployment ember. But then first couple of turns are unplayable for a bit. Second turn, I at least have 2 energy. It's not that bad. The reason we would do it is so that we can get a bunch of additional deployment embers, so that then I can go to probably the Merchant of Arms at the very end, and then build a ridiculous piece of equipment, make it deployable. Yeah. Through using all that additional deployment ember. Look. This isn't great. Actually, I don't really need the additional energy like that. And the additional damage, what? It's saving us, like, a couple of casts. But it saves us a lot of casts in the final fight. It keeps them at decent high scaling there. I think I'm going to have to give them the damage so they scale decently into the final fights. Can I get a second one? And then hopefully this Merchant of Magic gives me enough upgrades that I can really... I mean, honestly, if it gives me -1 cost and holdover, I do think I just start casting Void Binding on the bottom floor every turn. Name tome not necessary at the moment. We can deal with that. Perfect. Flanking. You definitely want to eat as many as you can. But also additional health and damage shield for Titan Sentry is pretty good. I think I'm going to add all the additional health ones to the bottom line for a while. I mean, Titan's Gratitude is the best first cast as long as it discards the correct cards. I don't want to have to rely on that. Okay, reasonable results from our flanks there. That's for health. Mind Collapse into Titans, so now I only have to lose 2 damage shield as well. Ooh. Big Ancient Synergy, please. Oh, I can't believe the Blink fully missed there. Let me go 1 lifesteal and 1 health for the bottom line. Fuel 4. 1 more health. Ooh, wretch! It's gonna be so many morsels. Let's drop a Mollusk Mage, I guess, to defend the Sirens of the Sea in this instance. All of the energy morsels can definitely hit the next floor. Oh, hell yeah. We did it. We got it exactly the right turn. Void Binding everyone. 2 damage shield and 6 rage for everyone on the bottom line, please. Oh, also 3 Emberdrain, why not? Who needs Permafrost if it just turns up on exactly the right turn? I mean, Titan's Tooth costs 1 for us when played on the correct line and is an AoE card. That's fun. Umbra Stone for giving trample to the entire bottom floor is pretty fun. Not super relevant. The Sirens of the Sea will occasionally be able to utilize it. The Excavation Eruption is also just a big spell I can play on the bottom line. Slays to give additional energy as well. It's really good. Alright, Merchant of Magic. Consume removal and -2 cost consume. Great. Downside of that, I don't really have a card that wants it right now. -1 Permafrost, that's a very easy one for Void Binding to hold. Consume removal, I kind of want to give that to Unnamed Tome, Cycle U. Although, honestly, keeping another pack morsels in the deck is still relevant. +10. This can go on pretty much anything. I think a Blink should probably just hold it. Double stack the Void Binding? The thing is, like, it gets most value if I have holdover for it. And I do have Merchants of Magic coming up. But also, I could just double stack it and then dupe it. The only card I wouldn't be able to play on my bottom floor after doing this is... well, I mean, for the moment, the 3 costs, but I'll get Conduit 3. The only thing I wouldn't be able to play on the bottom line... I'm taking it here. Would be the... What are they called? God, I don't remember its name at all. You know, Forever Consumed, heal my pyre. Vengeful Shards, there we go. Thank you. Good lord, took me way too long to get there. That's 20 magic power and consume, easy for just like. I'm gonna straight up remove both Shield Stewards. Sorry, Spear Stewards rather right now. I basically get to just keep stacking things and then decide when I no longer need, when I no longer need energy ever again. Revenge applies +2 damage to Hallow. That's unfortunate because I want to cast spells down here. I'm gonna have to push you back first so that then I can cast 2 spells. And then, honestly, I kind of just want to get a Shield Steward on this lore to chump with for this turn and next turn against Hallow and then Strix. Yeah, it'll die this turn, so I have the ability to, yeah, play as many morsels as I want there. Barrels of Production, that's fun. I think I still do it with Barrels of Production, to be honest. It's a lot of casts. I think I have to do it. It's so many incats. Just making sure. That was so many incats, right? It doesn't give me a random different card. Okay, good. We're all good. We're all good. I only have space for 2 more 1-sizes on that floor, so actually the Space Prism needs to go on the top line. But that play order, unfortunately, changes everything, of course. Whatever. Fine, that's the play order we have, I guess. A disadvantageous one for us, unfortunately. It's way worse for our next floor as well. Woof. We'll offer through the Titan's Tooth. Let's go 204 plus 4 damage. Mind Collapse isn't going to be a good slay, though. Do I think I can get away with Void Binding? It'll keep the bottom line very comfortable and alive for a long time. Well, hold up for a second. Because there was a Plink that I should have played before playing anything else on the bottom line. Yeah, so there we go. We keep our construct alive. And then a bunch more Emberdrain and damage shield and rage. I mean, it's so much damage shield. We'll unname you all, so I don't have to worry about your triggers in response to all of my stuff. Whoa. Still only managing to get 1 down with a Plink, though. Tough stuff. I'll Echo the Time Father just to hold these cards. I'll be able to play the Crypt Builder on a future turn with the discard, but Blazing Bolts is going to be a little harder. I honestly think I just need to sacrifice this floor. I could spend so much energy keeping it alive, but this is the floor where things are actually happening. Oh my god, another Void Binding already. So I literally need to get those all down. I can sack 2 units so you just get rid of them. And then I get enough damage shields on the Magma Morsel that it full chump blocks here. So I don't even have to worry about losing the Magma Morsel. Oh, sick. Oh, there's a Grovel and I can't play it. Damn. I'll let Barrels of Production. I mean, do I want Barrels of Production or do I want Void Binding? Well, actually, it depends. I want a Blazing Bolts in this deck. So I actually want... Well, I don't have to play both. Okay, I play the Void Binding first. Then a single Perils of Production. And that gives me the ability now to Blazing Bolts, which adds a permanent copy of that to the deck. Then Link for some morsels. Chop those. I can do 800 damage to you. 10 damage shield on Titan Sentry. Yeah. It's time to force the end phase. So we fully heal up higher there. Oh, this is so good. Who needs energy? When you have 16 damage shield on all of your units. Ancient Synergy is going to be 0 cost spell. Applying Trample to all is but Ancient Synergy definitely. I want Draw. I like Deployment Ember, but I'm not currently using any additional Deployment Ember, but the Draw is incredibly important because most of the time it's just another card that I get to play that turn. I think Merchants of Magic are where it's at for me. I think I could theoretically go and get Alloyed Construct to be a little bit better, but like... What happens when they get past my bottom floor? But I've got the dupe of that as well, so I can hit another one. I simply don't let them get past my bottom floor. That's the answer. Compelling. Spell Chain definitely needs to go on a damage spell. One of the big ones especially. Give it to Blazing Bolts. Ooh, Excavation Eruption, actually. It's not incredible damage, but it is well, but I'm going to need incredible single target damage. That's going to be the thing that's really going to let me down. I'll double stack with some Frostbite, sure. Plus 20 consume, like theoretically, just throw this on a plank. Holdover. Holdover is incredibly important. I think Offering Token gives me the ability to get past curses consistently. Curses and scourges and stuff. Something that's otherwise very difficult for us to do. Shield Stewards, I'm not playing them in the opening, then I'm not playing them afterwards, so when am I playing them? Not at all. Come from the deck. And -3 is exactly what we need for the Conduit here if I am going to be using my big spells. And it press zone spawn on each floor. As long as I cast enough spells on the first turn, the Sirens of the Sea won't die. Literally 3 spells in the first turn. How likely am I to be able to place 3 spells in the first turn? If I can't play 3 spells in the first turn, I've literally drawn Calcified Ember, Calcified Ember, Calcified Ember, Vengeful Shard, and a spell. Like, it's almost impossible. And then also the large mystery box has to not give me a spell. So many things have to break in the same direction for that to happen. Now, the one thing that I do need to consider here is that we are going to be dealing with silence units in the enemy backline, which means that my Tethys damage spells... Well, actually, this isn't a trigger. This should not be affected. Okay. These Siren of the Seas, they were on the floor when we won, right? Yeah, so they've, I guess, celebrated 2 times. They feel really weak, though. I'm gonna burn the Calcified Ember and then just take out their Silence unit immediately. Ancient Synergy, Blink, managed to take down the front. It's all good, I have enough there. I really like holding Unnamed Tome, but I can discard it right now, because I won't need it until the deck cycles. I want to get additional health on the Titan Sentry, but also I do suspect my best outcomes don't lie behind, like, actually using the Yellowed Construct as much. I think they lie behind just managing the bottom line a lot better. I'll use Space Prism down here because I'm never going to need additional capacity in the Yellowed Construct for anyway. I'm going to Titan's Tooth immediately to take out the Incant trigger, so I don't have to worry about them getting additional damage for the Titan Sentry. Okay, managed to blink a target there. Get a Mollusk Mage on the bottom line as well, just for the Conduit bump. I will at least let that second floor continue living. Scav Eruption, get some good targets for us. Perfect blink. We're definitely in the area where I think I need to start just popping Void Bindings for the consistency of damage shield generation for the Titan Sentry. I'll hold one of these for the next turn. Gladiator certainly feels like a problem. Thankfully, I can use an Offering Token to discard a Crypt Builder for that floor. I really want this Blink to hit the Deafening Heralds. Missed it. I don't want to lose the Unnamed Tome. Means I lose a bunch of Incant triggers on the bottom line, but I'd have to still use Void Binding just for the damage shield of it all. Oh, never mind, we got him down. So I got a second copy? Oh, it has Spell Chain. I forgot about the Spell Chain on it. Wild. forgot I put that there. Gets her a guard cost too much, unfortunately. These enemies aren't actually hitting me, they're just hitting the damage shield, so buffing them doesn't matter. Nice. Especially because it gives me the ability then to take a unit out. Having a good healthy unit on the second floor that can manage someone who sneaks past us, still super relevant as far as I'm concerned. Oh, I must have generated one of these unnamed tomes. I guess I already have one. That's good. Bad at directed damage, so I just have to hope that Blink takes out the right target. And it has. Stacks of damage shields. Hell yeah. Unnamed tome, unnamed tome. Let's release the ancient synergy. Excavation eruption as well. Unfortunately, it didn't manage to kill anyone. Spells are a lot better than I'm giving them credit for. I've noticed recently a lot of runs where, like, I'm looking at my numbers on my characters and I'm like, these numbers aren't high enough to be winning, and yet I'm looking at the board and the enemy is dying. One more celebrate trigger, and now I should lose the asceticism of it all. Damage spell, Ice Tornado, please. No. I don't need another Void Binding unless it's the best Void Binding. Yeah, there we go. No more Frailty. Which is handy, extends their life bar a lot for us, and yes, while I do care about the possibility of some equipment in some rooms, I think Merchant of Magic for like spell chain. It's largely spell chain. The additional dupe for another Void Binding is probably the most impactful thing on the right hand side. End a turn, present around a in hand. That's gonna collect cards I can't play, which I guess is fine. Deepwood Oil, irrelevant. Tethys, 50% chance to apply spell weakness 1 to an enemy that enters your terrain. You know what? Sure. Incant triggers an additional time. Thank you. That's exactly what I want. Friendly Innocent with Lifesteal 2. Honestly, not bad, but I don't think I need that. Holdover. I mean, in a world where Titan's Tooth being played on the bottom line every turn gives us AoE clear every single turn, yeah, that's got to be my holdover. -1 Permafrost doesn't really impact any of these, unfortunately. Plus 10 magic power. Extends the range of Excavation Eruption decently, actually. Let's remove... I kind of want to remove a Calcified Ember, because I know they're going to be damn impossible for me to remove from the deck later, but also... You know what? I will. I will. And then -1 cost is something. The only thing here that can possibly utilize this is an X cost that gets slightly more damage from it. As for our dupe, yep, 100%. We want the additional Void Binding. That's how we keep our bottom line alive. Basically, Allied Construct is played as a sacrificial lamb on the second line this turn, just so that I don't have to deal with melee weakness against the Titan Sentry on the very first turn. Yeah, rest in peace up there, buddy. Good blink. I mean, of course, I can just jump once up there if I really wanted to. Annoyingly, I actually don't want to kill the Avowed Gladiator on the bottom line if I can avoid it, because taking a hit to the Titan Sentry is pretty important to remove our melee weakness before we end up having a Seraph Eternus trying to do that hit instead. Sure. I'll keep a unit for the second line. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah, we got all the AoE down. Now, Void Bind everyone. Unfortunately, Ice and Pyre is not going to be available when the Terrifying Amalgam has continued to ascend. Gonna need a free spell kind of way to take care of that. We Void Bind. Actually, I don't want to Void Bind for the bottom floor just yet. It's entirely possible I may need to use something else. Yeah, offering definitely through Vengeful Shard. I think Unnamed Tome is totally appropriate for that second floor as well. Removes the Rage, removes the Pyre debuff that I'll be taking as the Amalgam ascends. Hell yeah. I'm going to put the Rubble Morsel in the front line and then give it enough damage shield so that I get to keep additional damage shield on the Titan Sentry after the fact. Then I can use Mind Collapse so that I get to keep some backline as well. We get that tome. That's where some trample could come in handy. Oh, wow. Managed to actually take out one of the assassins with that. Sick. Let's drop a Sombra Morsel. It still will die, but it's taking all of the damage hits away from the Titan Sentry. So we've only got one Avowed Gladiator that's currently ascending then. Ow. I think we can all agree at this point, too many things ascending. Forever Consume takes out Harper's Protector, then... I think I just have to use the Forever Consumes to try and heal back up. Saves us 6 damage to use that Forever Consumed on the top line right now, but it doesn't even heal us additionally to use it on the bottom line, but it does get an additional enemy down. That's relevant. The amount of incant triggers is also super relevant still. There's that second floor. The boss fight literally can't start fast enough for me. I'm so much better in that fight than I'm in everything else right now. Offering through Crypt Builder. Let's minimize that top line a little. So when you go to the top, you'll deal 6 damage to us once, 5 damage to us once, and then you'll hit the pyre. Save 5 damage by throwing 3 units on the top line. Unfortunately, those would also be really useful. Also, well, I need 3 units on the top line to do it, whereas I want 1 lifesteal at least on this bottom line. No, but I'm fine as soon as we get down to just combat on the bottom line. Yeah, okay, no, I defend the top line with these 3. I take 5 less damage to the Terrifying Amalgam. It still ascends, it still hits me, but it only hits me for 6 damage directly. The real downside here being that currently we are planning to go into the final fight with... Ooh. actually, hang on. Mind Collapse to take out you gives me enough energy to play a Forever Consumed. For some health. Not a huge amount of health, but some. Oh, gosh. Annoyingly, another terrifying mountain is going to do 5 damage directly to us as well. We do beat Seraph. We do beat Seraph. If I mute... if I mute the Savagery early enough, maybe. But if I don't mute Savagery early enough, I'm immediately going to lose. Unnamed Tome turn 1 is about as good as that gets, yes. Let's get a Mollusk Mage down here as well. This is incredible. Curse of Entropy. Let's Umbra Stone for everyone. Now we've all got Incant Trample. And then just as many spells as I can play. Starts the Emberdrain. Keep a Void Binding for the next turn. Oh, this one's fun. Entombra Assault actually manages to give us some morsels. Use both of you as defensive morsels, and then you're also going to be targets for the Void Binding. We can Offering through a Titan's Tooth, helping to take care of the bottom line. Blink, and blink, and X-Scab Eruption, and hit. Oh, and that... Oh, the X-Cav Eruption gave me additional energy. Good. So I do have the ability still to hit the Pyre Light. That's really important. I'm going to use Echo of the Time Father this turn to freeze all these morsels so I can play additional lifesteal morsels next turn. Is that a good idea? I feel like that's mostly irrelevant. I just throw these away. Also, I need to mute Savagery again, and I still only have one copy of the ability to mute him in the deck, so he's about to ascend and do a lot of damage to us. Offering through a Vengeful Shard. I'll use Packed Morsels. I'm gonna summon all of these guys on this floor. Then, my self-targeting spell is gonna be a Mind Collapse to kill all of them to give me 10 energy. Which I will hereby be referring to as 10 energy. So without 10 energy, what? I mean, you know, doubling the blazing bolts on that top line, honestly. Pretty huge for our damage. Without the ability to sap Dominion, we definitely lose. 5 and 3, 5 and 3, so we're on 6. We've got... Oh, hang on. Or maybe a Void Dominion. If I can heal 2 health, at least, with Forever Consumed, we might be able to win on the bottom line in 3 turns' time. But that does seem to basically be our only way. Good hit there. Unfortunately, I can't just freeze and hold the Firelight for another turn. They are ephemeral, you see. I have to play both of these Curses of Entropy. Maybe not both of them. We'll see. Yeah, I can discard this one. Titan Sentry is about to die, unfortunately, which is... bad? Yeah, it's pretty bad. And I take 3 damage at the end of this round, unfortunately. Damn it. Yeah, with no ability to generate additional energy, unfortunately, this is going to be the end of us. Furnace Stab could have possibly come in clutch there. Would have been fun. Oh, just took way too much damage in the Seraph fight. Literally just a little bit more health, and we're completely fine. Like, if I had 20 more health in this fight, obviously, like, everything's an absolute breeze. But damn. Alas, alack. I just realized that would be Entombro assaulting all of my own units. Which, you know what? Yeah, do it. There we go. Huge amount of morsels now. Way! Spell chain this. Twice. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. And then I have to watch Dominion kill me. I only wanted to win with a single flaw and spells. Why do you have this against me, Gabe? I mean, honestly, like, the second flaw surviving just like a couple more rounds, being able to be much more self-sufficient there would have helped a lot. It's just I would have had to invest so many of my cards to be able to keep that floor going that the bottom floor would have been much, much, much worse. Honestly, just being able to have the Abyssal Prism and then going all in on hitting Void Bindings on my entire floor, it might not have won, at least against the Titans. It did win against Seraph, but unfortunately that's not going to change the logbook. It might not have won, but I still really enjoyed getting to do that. Maybe it'll make me a little less scared of trying to do that in the future. new personal record of Emberdrain, and it is more than twice the previous. That's to be expected with what we're doing. Let's head back to the outpost. I'm going to be in the Dimensional Portal next episode, but until then, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a series playlist for all my content on the game past, present, and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past are the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. Out above the thank tier, a special thanks this episode to Cold Heart. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.